Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, so today I'll be making some Christmas decorations out of wooden slices and napkins. So grab a brew and let's get started. So these wooden slices I got from the range in the UK. They were £2.49. They were actually in the wedding section, and the slices of wood basically. And then the napkins, the bumblebee napkins, I got from Asda. That's similar to Walmart in the UK. Now they're not very good quality, these ones, unfortunately, but I managed with them. And then the bird ones were actually gifted to me by a friend. She got those from Tesco, and they're a better quality napkin. I've used the bird napkins before, and I'll pop some pictures in. I did some little houses and some pumpkins with them, so I'll let you see those. So to start, I wanted to paint the actual wood slices white. I left the outsides of them the normal colour, but I painted the tops and bottoms white just by using some acrylic paint. And when I first started, I was going round in a circle, but I found it easier to just go straight across with the paint and just drag it over the edges. That way it didn't actually go onto the sides or the edges of the actual wood slice, and it was a lot easier to do. And I do use a sponge for this rather than a paintbrush. I must apologise for my throat at the moment, it's a bit grizzly. So once I got them all painted, I dried them down with my heat gun. You can leave them just to dry. Then I turned them over and did the other side. So once they were all done and painted, I decided to start off with the bumblebee napkin. So I cut them into four, because obviously there's 4 different pictures on them, but I had so much of a difficult time trying to split these. I couldn't find my sellotape for a start, and it must have took me a good 10-15 minutes to get one of the plies off. They're actually 3 ply, and I only managed to get 1 ply off, which made them more difficult to actually decoupage. So I will show you me starting one, but then later on, as I'm doing, I do 3 of them, and later on I do manage to find the actual sellotape, thank goodness, when I'm doing the bird ones. But as you can see here, the struggle was very real. So once I'd given up trying to get the other ply off, I then just popped the round or the wood slice on top of the napkin, and then I started to cut round it. Then I decided it would be easier just to score around the actual shape. Now in hindsight, and I do this later on, I should have just cut the circle out, but you know, I never make things simple for myself. So then it was just a case of adding lots of Mod Podge to the wooden round to the wooden slice and then placing the bumblebee on top and smoothing that out. I do go round them with some scissors later, just to make sure that they're all nice and neat, but you'll see that further down the video. So then it was time to do the bird napkin, and I found the sellotape. It was the side of me all along. You know, when you're looking for something and you just can't find it, and then when you're not looking for it, you find it. So just put a piece of sellotape on the back, and all of the plies came away from the actual tissue part, the printed part. So then I did the same again. I put the wooden slice over and just went round it with the actual scissors. Now I couldn't cut these into 4 because the pattern was going over the actual, if you look where the napkin was folded, so I had to use these as a whole, which was quite difficult, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. So once it was cut out, I just did the same again. I put lots of Mod Podge onto the wooden slice, and then I smoothed out the actual piece that I'd cut out on top. And then here, I'm just going round with the scissors and I'm tilting the scissors away from the edge of the actual slice so that it cuts really close to the actual wood. So once one side was done, it was then time to go on to the other side and do those again as well. You'll see here it was a lot easier for me to take that ply off the bumblebee tissues. I did rip it a little bit, but it didn't matter. So what I did was, obviously on the bumblebees, I just put a bumblebee on the other side, and on the bird ones, I flipped the birds, so if there was a blue bird on the front, I then put a yellow one on the back, and vice versa. So here I decided I didn't like the position of the bumblebee, so it's quite simple to peel it off and then put it back down. I didn't realise how dark it was getting while I was doing these, so I did end up putting the big light on. So as an addition to the bumblebee, because if you see, it's just the bumblebee shape that's in the actual pattern, so I cut out some flowers and I just added those to the end. So once they were all done and dry, I then went over them with some varnish. So I varnished one side and then the actual side, the edges of the actual wood slice as well, just to keep them secure. Then once they were dried, I dried them down with my heat gun. I then turned them over and did the other side as well. So you couldn't really see the wings on the bumblebee, so I decided to add some glitter. So I basically got a small brush and just painted on some wings with the Mod Podge, and then I sprinkled glitter over the top, and I think they turn out really pretty and effective. And then for the birds, I had some of these stick-on gems. They were really hard to manage, actually. I was looking for some bigger ones, but I didn't have any bigger ones. But I just stuck a few of those on the actual wood slices so that it gave them a bit of glitter. Now, I didn't add any hangers to these because I want to use some like natural fibre hangers, but you can add whatever you want. So what do you think, guys? Yes, please do comment, like and subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and I hope you'll become one too. And that's it for this video. See you soon, guys. Bye.